And with the hottest weather of the year bearing down on our region, TVA expects power demand to surge through midweek, pushing past last year's peak. With temps soaring past 95 degrees, now is a good time to think about energy-saving advice. TVA says it's prepared, but your HVAC unit may not be. The agency urges people to clean their filters, use ceiling fans, and avoid using ovens and dryers during the day.
Here's one of the most effective ways to save money on your power bills this summer. Check your thermostat and set it appropriately. Mine is set to 78. That is what is recommended for energy efficiency. But the deal is, the higher you can raise your thermostat, for every degree, you're going to save up to 3% on your power bills.
TVA also recommends doing things like grilling outside instead of heating up the kitchen for your meals. These small changes can help you stay cool and keep your power bill down. Next on the list tonight, new information about what was found after bounty hunters tried taking a Harriman man into custody at his home. This happened along Forest Hill Drive yesterday. The two bounty hunters were after Tommy Cooper. They were trying to take him into custody on a warrant for failing to appear in court. Cooper ran off, but before the bounty hunters left the property, we're told they stumbled upon several weapons, including a military rocket launcher. What appeared to be 4 IEDs were also discovered. A release says the bounty hunters called 911. We're told Cooper was taken into custody after leading officers on a chase into those woods there. The rocket launcher was later determined to not be working. The IEDs were found to be fake. Cooper is charged with 4 counts of having a prohibited weapon that was a hoax device. The family of a woman who died after being held at the McMinn County Jail is suing McMinn County, its sheriff, and Star Regional Medical Center. According to court documents obtained by 6 on Your Side, Deborah McCone was admitted to the hospital twice in July last year. This after she complained of stomach pain and possible drug usage. She was eventually taken to the McMinn County Jail. She died on the way to the hospital around a day and a half later. McCone's family claims Star Regional failed to provide proper medical care and that her rights were violated. Of note, law enforcement suggested readmitting McCone to the hospital twice. Next on the 7 tonight, a child was flown to UT Medical Center after being hurt in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It happened this afternoon. That is according to a spokesperson for the Tennessee Army National Guard. We're told the rescue took place on Rainbow Falls Trail. A helicopter crew used a hoist to reach the child, check their condition, and then fly the child to the hospital. Rescuers say the child suffered head trauma. No word right now on their condition tonight. Moving down the list for you tonight, we now know the name of the person killed in a crash in Jefferson County earlier this week. On July 19th, 29-year-old Donnie Cogburn was driving on Deep Springs Road. THP says Cogburn tried to avoid a slower car in his same lane, but swerved off the road and hit a utility pole. Cogburn was killed in the crash. His passenger was not hurt. Foothills Land Conservancy is giving landowners a choice to protect their property from being commercially or residentially developed with a conservation easement as Blount County and really East Tennessee continue to grow and develop. The state of Tennessee is projected to gain nearly 900,000 new residents by 2040. And with new people comes demand for housing, roads, and commercial development. But some landowners want to keep ownership of their properties, choosing to keep it at their farms or maintain the property's natural state. They can also sell or transfer the property at any time. Foothills Land Conservancy leaders say it's important to owners who want to preserve the rural character of the land that they know that there are some options out there.
Upwards of 90% of land in the southeast is owned by private individuals. So when we talk about development and all the different anthropogenic features that impact conservation, all of that has to happen on private land if we're going to make a difference. So it's really important that every individual landowner sees their property as part of a larger community of natural lands and really has reverence for it and wants to save what's there.
Shelby Sanders, who you just heard from, says the conservation easement provides a set of rules on what can happen on the piece of property for the rest of time. And for our final Big 7 story tonight, today marks the beginning of Tennessee's sales tax weekend, where shoppers can save around 10% on back-to-school things. The tax-free holiday started this morning. It goes through the weekend. Clothing and school supplies under $100 are tax-exempt. Laptops and tablets under $1,500 are as well. This had a lot of shoppers out today to take advantage of these deals, getting ready for the school year.
To be able to give back to small businesses, but also local stores as we're kind of gearing up through the end of summer to get ready for fall and football season and back to school season and all the things. So tax-free kind of gives shoppers, you know, that little advantage, that discount where you're able to make a fun purchase here or there, get some clothing that, you know, maybe has a little discount on it as well. And who doesn't love a purchase?
Boy, that's true. The holiday will go on until 11:59 Sunday night. However, things like jewelry, handbags, or sports and recreational equipment are not included.